I won't say the purpose disappears because I feel like it's still people that ride horses. It's still something fun, but it's more so like an old idea. Just because it's an old idea or old relationship doesn't necessarily means it needs to be destroyed. It's just a older idea, you know. Just like there's sunflowers and there's roses. It's just different
So why?
forms of energy. You know what I'm saying? It's
So
not
here,
necessarily that it's unuseful. It's just I think that was the original use for horses. That's why we even created them as the
so are you,
physical
wait. Hold on.
manifestation of God.
I need clarity on the create part.
Okay.
When you say create, are you saying that horses didn't exist until we created them,
I feel like that.
or
I feel like we created them out of the ether. I feel like it was us as human beings, the first ones that came out of the water, and then we, as maybe not even consciously at that time, but we thought of, wow, this walking thing is getting old, and then horses came about, and then we was able to
So
commandeer them as the vehicles, and then fast forward a couple thousand years, oh,
so
well, we
why
can
aren't human?
actually put
Let me.
metal together and create a vehicle.
horses were here millions of years before the human, right?
I do not believe that at all. We were
Okay.
the I feel like we were the first ones in Garden of Eden. You came from the Bible. Like I said, I don't take the Bible as fact, but I understand it, and I do believe it has a lot of value. So if you look at the Garden of Eden, I don't believe that horse. I don't think anything was here before humans.
Okay, so
So
you believe that in all.
wait. Let me just ask one more question, heavy,
Go
because
ahead.
I actually got to get down. And I'm gonna stay tuned in and listen. Then I'll come back when I'm done with this meeting. But okay. So if human beings created horses out of the ether, what animals have we created out of the ether recently?
Recently, I mean, there's so many animals. There's so many things that haven't even been discovered. I feel like now it's not so much us creating things physically. Don't like I said. A lot of people anthropomorphize God and try to make God a physical being. You
Yeah, well,
can't
no,
do
I'm not
that.
but I'm not anthropomorphizing God. I'm dealing with your anthropomorphization of a horse,
I'm
right?
saying
Like,
you see it. You just like even go into your dream
right? I
state
know
and
that
how
I
your
see it.
dreams work. How your dreams are very random and very spontaneous. It's almost like we wake up to this reality and we go out into the world and start to create the world. If you get really good at a routine or your life, you'll see that you just create things. Like you'll be thinking of shit and shit has just happened. Take that all the way back a million years to primitive humanity when it's only
Okay,
me, Adam and Eve in
I
the
gotta.
garden.
I'm about to be on mute, heavy. I mean, if you got to bring somebody else up, that's cool. But I gotta come back to this. This is interesting.
Okay, so but D asked a pertinent question. So when did we stop this creating out of the ether?
I don't think it ever stops. Think about Tesla.
Oh,
Think about the iPhone. Think about
so we
the Tesla
but
bots
so
that just
no
came
no
out.
no but you're naming inanimate objects. I'm speaking more so of the fact of to the degree of animated things. When did we stop creating animals?
I mean, I feel like that's like oh that I feel like we're out of that time. We already created all of the animals in the Garden of Eden. Now we're creating
What?
things using a higher mechanism. You know what I'm saying? Like now we're actually creating things with our hands, machinery, engineering, physically.
So creation with your hands is superior than creating out of the ether.
No, but I just feel like that's the times we're in right now. But I feel like before you can create anything with your hands, you have to think about it first. You can't just create a robot without a blueprint. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't just create a car without a blueprint. Everything has to come from the mind first. Everything is mental first. First Hermetic principle.
I
Everything is
don't.
mental. So you have to think about
Okay.
it mentally before you create
So
anything physically.
but okay, we get that because you said okay. So that's what happened in the ethers, right?
Hmm.
Okay, what was the first thing man created with his hands?
Shit, a shovel, a hammer, a weapon.
A
But
hammer and a
like I
weapon.
said, I can't go all the way there necessarily and just tell you
You
what's the
went all the
first
way
thing
back to
man
the Garden of
created.
Eden.
I
Don't tell me you
understand.
can't
I
go back.
understand the mechanism. I understand how we create things using the ether because I just understand how to really read the Bible.
I got an article right now in a video where Japan took a man and some type of ape DNA and combined it, and it's floating. It was floating on the dark internet for a while. For you to say that, that means that you don't believe in cloning and that we don't have these experiments where they taking animals and splicing them and adding human DNA and shit.
You saying
I
I
think
don't
that's
believe
what
that?
Heavy trying to teach that. Yeah, because you
No,
just said,
I didn't say that.
based off of what you just said, no, based off of what you just said, you're implying that that don't exist.
What you mean? How do you say that? How do you believe that?
Because you saying that the creation, if you believe what you believe with the horses being created by man, you're saying that that time has passed. That's what you said. And
No,
so I'm
because
asking
horses already exist. Heavy was speaking on what animals are we currently creating today. I'm speaking of us coming out of like imagine us as spirits. Like, okay, boom. This is something I wanted to explain when Ethereal had me on live and I didn't get a chance to get to it. In the beginning was the word, and the word was God, and the word was with God, and everything that was created, however it goes. But basically, God separated the water from the land or the light from the darkness. If you can put yourself in a metaphysical space of that, you understand that you being in your brain in your that ether state, that one with God state, you can literally create the world around you from a microscopic level. Everything
so
was
you don't think we
created with
not
the
created
mind
more
first.
animals?
Of course.
So let me ask you this: what is ether to you?
Ether is just the primordial waters. It's just the well of infinity. That's where everything comes out of. That's where everything spawns out of.
Be back.
And that's based off of our mind, what we're creating, what we're thinking about, what we're focusing on. You can even look at your life. If you look at your life, what are you focusing the most on? That'll start to be created. You'll start living in the reality of what you're living in, heaven or hell. So if you do something bad in your life, right,
I
and you
can't see who
constantly
else is
think
up here.
about that and you can't forgive yourself, then you'll manifest that hell for yourself. But if you change that thinking and you think about something positive and you'll live in that positive world based off of what you're thinking about. The same thing from especially when before the Matrix was created and the society in Babylon that we live in was created, everything was created out of that space.
Yeah, I'm up here. What happened to D?
I can't see. It's all black on my screen.
So Sage, you got up here. You got crystallized vision. You got Haas natural bars. And if you
Okay.
need to drop back down and come back up, I can do that for you. I don't know if that'll help, but if you need to, just let me know.
Yeah.
Um, but um, but
Nah, spiritual. I know all about the cloning. I was just asking because he Heavy had asked him. So when did we stop doing creation? Like when did man stop making animals? And then his response to that doesn't align with we know that there's cloning. So it's
Yeah,
like
but
that's why I
listen,
brought up the video.
cloning is not creating an animal. I'm speaking of literally, like I said, I don't know if you caught that
Chimeras
part.
exist, bro. What you mean
No,
cloning
listen,
don't
listen,
create?
listen,
That's how
listen, listen,
everything's.
listen. Listen what I'm saying. I'm talking about literally creating something that didn't exist at all. Like a horse that you is different from taking a horse that already exists and a fucking dragon or you know what I'm saying, Komodo dragon or however you want to do it and splicing that DNA. That's DNA that already exists. I'm talking about actually creating the DNA from the ether, literally
Okay.
creating the
All right.
being.
so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What indigenous American group, African group, Chinese group, any group of humanity has a history of them creating any of these animals that you are referring to?
Yeah, I ain't going front. He was losing me right there.
Like,
Bro,
That's what I'm
name a
saying.
people that say that we are
it's not
responsible. As a
about
matter
a
of fact,
people. I'm
the
talking about
majority.
the beginning. I'm talking about God.
Okay,
I'm talking about us as God with God creating the world. I'm not talking
okay.
Nah,
about a
you
group
Once
of
again,
people.
like
I'm talking about like
listen.
billions of years ago.
but once again, can you name the group of people that are in existence that has the mythology or the belief that says I was there creating animals with God, or did these people say that animals preceded them? Talk to me.
I mean, low key, you can maybe look at Samaria, and maybe see a little bit of text, but I get this from source. I didn't get this from no book or nothing. I got this from God. This is a download God gave me. This is not nothing I got from read from no text or
So,
nothing.
so,
It
so
just
I
makes
got one for
sense.
you. So I got one for you. I got one for you. So here's the thing. I'm a source baby, right? Meaning I've been present with source. And once you're present with source, you understand your presence outside of source or in this reality. So I say that to say this: as much as you can go to that space of creatability, creator, or that understanding therein, you existing as you will never have been present with the reason and or creation of what you understand to be your existence.
What? I don't understand what
Break it
you were
down.
saying.
Break it down to
Okay,
him.
so
And
basically, you're describing a place. Let me break it down from a different perspective. You're describing a place that no other man has claimed to have been at or with. So that would give you a level of knowledge that the
not
average
only that,
that the
not
average
only that, I
person
want to
isn't.
interject real quick, Heavy. No, it's
Yeah,
not
go,
that.
go,
Let it. I'll fill you with the level of knowledge. I'm gonna let you back me up with that.
go
But
ahead.
it's the space that he's claiming. If you are in that space, you have no reason to exist in this one, and so you wouldn't be telling us what you're telling us
That's
right
what
now.
the ego is, though. I'm existing as my ego right now, which is crystallized vision, which is a spiritual brand that literally my brand is vision, crystallized vision. So my brand is crystallized vision, meaning you crystallize your vision. So in order for you to manifest anything in reality, a crystal takes millions of years under pressure and heat in order for it to become the beautiful crystal that you see. So you have to crystallize a vision. That's how you manifest. So
Source
that
has no reason to exist as that crystallized vision if you were present with
bro,
source
you don't
as source.
how are you gonna say source has no reason to exist, but you exist? That
No,
makes that
source
makes
has
no
no
sense.
reason to exist as you're claiming to exist, is what I'm saying. Meaning that I've been present with source too, but in that space, there is no reason, right? You understand all, and in that existence, you are all, even the crystallized visions and potential that is. And thus, there is no reason to come here to explain this to a bunch of motherfuckers that are having the experience we're having. You feel what I'm saying?
So you saying my intellect right now is too high to be conversing with y'all?
No, you're actually contradicting the intellect of source, and it's kind of like it's perturbing me because I too have been to that space.
So you saying I shouldn't be revealing this information?
No, what I'm saying is, if God manifested and created His creation, and that in itself shows that He is God based off of the things that He has created. If you were there with the Creator at the beginning of creation and creating all these things, why have you stopped creating in such a grand fashion?
I haven't. My room is
Precisely.
my space is
Those are
awesome.
bars.
Hold up. Look at my space.
Bars.
I got Yahshua on the wall. Hold up.
That's a
That don't
painting.
I
matter.
got the
That's an
oneness
That listen,
on
exemplification.
the
Hey,
wall.
yo, he don't get it. He don't
I
get
got
it.
that
another
picture,
painting on the wall.
but that picture is novice compared to some of the great works of
Not
the artists
really.
that we've seen.
Not really.
Yeah,
Not really.
it really is.
Not.
It
You
doesn't
said
even
it's novice?
like
Oh, you done
it's
fucked up now.
very
You
no. I'm saying
you said this painting is novice compared to anything that ever was created. It's not even done
I ain't
yet.
even going front. And see,
It's not
yo,
even
heavy.
done
This where
yet.
I'm at with it. This where I'm at with it. And this for everybody on the panel. It's either I can't be present with this kind of reasoning. He just brought himself to a level where it's either he drop or I drop.
right, because what I'm saying is, do you think that picture
With the
that you
Fibonacci
showing me
spiral.
right now,
Are you
this
serious?
displays, you think that is you believe that picture is the epitome of art?
No, but I created it out of nothing.
What?
That canvas, when I originally started
But
with that canvas, it was nothing on it.
but
And I
you
created
wouldn't
the
Yo,
whole image
y'all
out
let me
of my
know
mind.
when we get back to the conversation that we be having. I'll be back.
but you wouldn't feel the need to create something that would far supersede the artistry of people that don't have your intellect.
I feel like I did.
Hmm.
It goes right back to my original discussion. As an artist, any artist can really understand this. That's the beauty of art. There was nothing on the canvas. It was white when I started. After I finished, it was a beautiful picture of Yahshua on there. that tells a beautiful story. So that's
Hmm.
life. That's what we're doing day by day. We're starting and we close our eyes and go into darkness, and we wake up to whatever reality we was focusing on. That's how you live with God. And based off your focusing and your thought processes, that's how your life will look. That's the ultimate example of God. It don't get no clearer than that. That's just what it is. And then you live in a heaven or hell state based off of what you're thinking about. What haven't you forgave yourself about? What you know what I'm saying? What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on that new job? Are you focusing on that old job? Are you focusing on that old relationship? Are you focusing on a new relationship? You'll put yourself, like we said, portals earlier. You'll go into that portal based off of how you're thinking. That's God. All possibilities. And God doesn't care about any bias or anything. It's just it is what it is based off of what you're doing. Or another one of the most ultimate statements is you don't get what you want, you get what you deserve based off of what you've been doing.
I
Someone
gotta handle
said,
something.
but go
I
ahead,
gotta
go
handle
ahead.
something. Hold on. I gotta handle
What happened,
something.
Sage?
I'm talking to my daughter. I gotta handle something. I'll be back.
Oh, okay. So this is the part that I mean, you're gonna lose a lot of people because
Thank
you
you. Thank you,
you you went.
Ethereal.
He not he not 100% wrong, but you can be 98% wrong. That doesn't have to be 100. You could be 99%
Y'all
wrong.
tweaking. That was facts though. That shit's just too deep. Y'all ain't ready. That's too deep.
But if okay, but where are the deep people that you counsel
He,
yourself around?
he said you can be 98.
You
Where where
stupid.
the what okay, so where okay,
I think we
when I
now
brought
heavy.
up when I brought up some of the grand things that you're doing in this new perspective and this deepness that you live in, you showed me a painting.
Okay. I'm an artist. What am I supposed to show you?
Okay, so no, well, well, you say that you were there at the creation and creating things out
We
of the
all
ether.
were. I'm not trying to see. Don't let ego consume the situation. I'm only telling you. I'm only reminding you of what you already know. I'm not telling you nothing new. It's not about me
Mhm.
having this superior knowledge or superior intellect. It's just where I went on my journey, and Source told me to pass on the knowledge. That's just what I'm doing, passing on the knowledge, so y'all can remember, and we can live in a more godly state, in a more beautiful world where we all understand that we are God living day by day, creating the world around us, and we're not giving our power away to some esoteric being that doesn't really exist. Energy vampire. That's what the white man Julius Caesar, what they used the face of Jesus was, is just it was a white pedophile, a Roman white pedophile. So it's like, okay, we need to stop worshiping that image of Jesus and focus on Christos. Christos is about the Christ consciousness, and the Christ consciousness, the main thing Jesus was talking about was you are God. You are, you know what I'm saying? You are here to spread the word and claim the kingdom of God. So that's what I'm doing. And
If
that's what we
somebody
all should
put
be doing.
if somebody put doodle croutons in my cereal, I'm still not going to eat that cereal. The cereal has now been
What?
contaminated.
What is that? What does that have to do with what I just said?
No, but see, okay, so here's what I'm saying. Okay, let me just walk it back. I don't because I don't want to come across as I don't want to come across as condescending. So let me just pause on how I'm speaking and make sure that I'm expressing myself in a way to where it doesn't come across as condescending or even jokingly facetious, right? I don't want to even do it on that level. What I want to do is allow you to keep expressing your insight based off of your perspective, okay?
Okay.
So, but I'm having a hard time fathoming that you would go from creating animals and out of the ethers and all of these things to now with all this knowledge, like why would you not be creating something more on a grand scale? Like
Be-
nothing against your painting, nothing
okay,
against your
beautiful.
painting, nothing
It
against your painting, right?
okay.
But why would you not be doing making something that would be more influential to the world,
I'm working on
right?
that. But it's
Okay.
teamwork make the dream work in all aspects. We are separate from God as physical beings. Right now, I'm in an ego. I'm in a physical body, so I'm no longer in that ether space with God anymore. I'm separate from God. But the journey of life is to get back to God, and I can't do it by myself. Teamwork makes the dream work. So we have to do it together. So
Okay.
that's why I'm even
What's
on here talking to y'all because it takes a community. I can't just go to heaven by myself. I have to bring the 144,000 with me. I have to bring people with me. I have a certain
Bro,
every soul
wait,
has a
why
what
certain
that
number of
shit?
souls they got to bring with
what
them.
Q,
separated what
that's
We on a
separated
pseudo
wait,
though,
wait,
mission right
ethereal,
Q.
now.
ethereal, ethereal. Let me ask this question, ethereal, and the floor is all yours. What separated you from God? And then after you answer, the floor is ethereal's. What separated you from God?
Maybe the ego.
Maybe. So you guess it again, Q.
Hey, I'm figuring this shit out just like y'all. I'm not trying to say I got all
But
the
if you
answers.
feel okay, but okay, look, Q. This is what I learned, and this coming from somebody who left the space that you in before. Like you got to be patient, because your journey is longer than you think. Um, when you're teaching along your journey, you're going to be wrong about a lot of things because you have not got to the next level of your conscious journey. So, and I know that we be excited to teach about stuff that we know, but sometimes you gotta make sure you are in that space to teach first because and it's not no harsh criticism or nothing. It's just constructive criticism. You got to be patient and keep studying first before you come out here, teaching people things that's kind of on the pseudo realm because what it's doing is that it's taking them away from their bloodline. And that's the thing. We're trying to get back to our bloodline, not away from it. And a lot of times your talking points are taking people outside of themselves to the ethers, all that stuff. Like, and, it's not a bad thing to learn once you find your bloodline because I think a lot of things you talk about, it's not realistic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, um, for instance, a child will understand bloodline before they understand this ether stuff. Where it's
Children will
like,
be a lot more receptive to it. Humans, grown adults have so much ego they can't receive it because it's
no,
too
it's
much
not.
cognitive
No,
dissonance
no,
there.
that ain't that. No, you can't. It's not that they not receiving it. It's not what they supposed to be receiving. We are in a new paradigm, bro. That
What did I
religious stuff
say?
that you talk.
Sum up what
Listen,
I
listen,
said
listen.
real
What I'm
quick.
saying.
Sum up what I said so I can see if y'all even understood what I said. 'Cause I don't think y'all even because if you understood what I
You
said, you
said
wouldn't be
you want
saying
to
what you
take the
saying.
140. You said your basically your objective is to get to heaven. That's what you said.
But we
You want to get
already
to
in
heaven.
heaven.
You
We
trying to get.
creating heaven daily. That's
But
that's
no,
that's
that
the
ain't.
other part
But
of what I said.
then you're contradicting yourself then because you just said you trying to get to heaven with the
Because because
44,000,
he
which
basically told me why am I not doing something more grand than painting? But right now, what I said was I'm an artist. So right now, my main conduit for my ability to use life is painting. I'm a painter. That's my ego. I'm a human being. I'm one person. So that's all I can do right now. Just like all you can do right now is sing. But why do we come here collectively? Is because okay, yeah, there's bigger dreams, bigger
well,
visions,
that ain't
bigger
all I
missions.
can. That ain't all I can
No,
do.
no, that's not what I'm saying.
But
That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is
no, I get
that's
what
your
you're
main
saying.
thing.
But
But we can't do it by ourselves. We need each other to do it. So I, of course,
no,
yes,
that,
I
no,
understand the
that's cool.
mechanism
That's
of God.
community. That's just community. But
Yeah,
Q, that's what I'm saying. What is your spiritual foundation founded on? Like, what's your spiritual foundation, Q?
my spiritual foundation. I mean, I
Yeah,
grew up in
spirit.
church. I grew up Baptist Christian, but from there I went to Rastafari. I went to Buddhism. Um, I studied Muslim. And I'm an omniist at this point. I just take the good out of every spiritual system I see. I just take the good out of it. Oh shit, what happened? Yo,
Wait, the ethereal. I think ethereal fell out for a second. Is Sage still here?
I don't know. I can't tell. It say he is, but I don't see him in the panel.
I don't see him either. Okay, Haas up here.
Nah, you see why D be talking the shit he be talking?
Yeah, I don't see Sage.
Let me see.
Do you see Sage?
Yeah, he's still there. He gotta come back. You send him to live and tell him remove himself.
Wait, but I don't see him in the comments. You did?
No, that's why I said send him to live and tell him to come up and leave again, and then you remove him.
Wouldn't he have to remove himself?
Yeah, but you also gotta hit remove too.
Okay, Angel
That's why
Sirius.
he's stuck up there. Yeah.
Okay, let me send him. So send him and bring him back up.
Yeah, you're gonna bring him back up and then you're gonna remove him and then he's also gonna be able to leave.
Okay, got it. Let me get him back in here.
Yeah, that's how you fix it. The only other way to fix it is to drop everybody and then add everybody one by one.
Oh gosh,
Exactly.
So much work.
So
they they,
so so
they have to
so
fix this.
yeah, so crystallize. This is what I'm saying. And this is why I kind of got off. You eventually got to the point that I was making, which is if you've been present with source and you understand source as source, then source has no reason nor rhyme to be the existence. However, source creates out of reason to prove itself to itself, right?
Okay.
Meaning that as source, I am all. I am all potential. I am good. I am bad.
I
I am
say.
dark. I am light. And thus I am nothing. I am
Mm-hmm.
everything and nothing all at the same time,
Okay.
right? And with said potential, the only reason for creation is reason for source, right? So understanding myself as everything and nothing at the same time means that I am in a space of everything and nothingness all at the same time. Thus, the only way to prove to myself that I am the creator of all and nothing, that I am the giver of life and destroyer therein, right? Or
Okay.
animation or inanimation is, or any opposite, dark, light, any of that is to create that thing, right? In essence, all creation is source's thought, right?
Okay.
Once I'm in that space, I understand myself, like I said, as everything or nothing. Once you create as source, the creation exists. The creation is a simple limitation that proves reason of source. Hence why me and Heavy are saying that the creator is only witnessed by the creation. The creator does not acknowledge the creation because it is still existing as the creator, which means that it has to maintain its potential of everything and nothing at the same time. It has to maintain in that space of duality to be able to reason any new creation.
Okay.
Once
Okay.
you're
Okay. Real
there,
quick. Real quick. I like what you said before
wait,
you
wait,
go
wait,
past that.
wait.
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Once you're there, you have no reason to. Once you understand your magnitude and you understand that you can create
Black
anything,
power. No, I'm just
you
playing.
yeah, I can't with you. You continue to create everything, and thus you choose to be nothing besides source.
Okay.
So this is what we were saying. So you saying like, oh, I was there, yes, and I'm reminding you of things you know. We all know and can acknowledge that there's a source of origin to everything. However, as an existence or an extension of that everything, I became something. In my somethingness, I can never be present as source again unless I am source itself.
Okay.
You would never be in a space telling us that we are source. You feel what
Hey,
I'm saying?
heavy. One thing, heavy. You should start putting in your not subject, but you know when you pin a comment that this for entertainment purposes only, because they're gonna take everything that we said as we like as like facts, and I think that's why we be getting banned and shit. Because that's why last live we did they banned me for like 3 days is because when you talk about certain things, they're registering it as like, oh yeah, we stand by this. Like we know what we talking about, but you gotta let them know it's for image. Yeah, you gotta pick. Yeah,
Right.
okay, cool. So they can because AI gonna see it and be like, okay, cool. They ain't gonna be as harsh.
Yeah. So in essence, my bottom line is source has no reason to explain itself.
But what is? How does that pertain to this
Well, why?
conversation
Wait,
about
wait,
God?
hold up. Wait, why wouldn't Source need a reason to explain itself?
because source's only existence is as source. If I am the source of everything, then I need not explain anything because I can create anything.
Um, yeah,
Nothing exists without me.
I
You feel
I'm
what I'm
with you.
saying?
I'm with you on that. But like, I think what I'm trying to, what's your point in saying that? First off, like,
I'm
what
saying
point are
that
you
that's
trying to
what
make?
was that you're that whole I was there when everything was created is a crazy assertion because you wouldn't choose to be here now if you were there then and wanted to stay there. Source's
Can y'all
only
hear me?
reason is now we can.
Hmm.
Source's only reason of creation is as source is it's in its magnitude.
But why? I'm okay. So this is my question because I think that because Q nothing against Q, but Q is still searching, and we all are. But Q is still searching. He's not at the level that you're at,
No, I'm
probably on
past
certain
everybody on
subjects.
this panel, and you know what? And I'm right with everybody on this panel at the same
No, no,
time.
no.
It's
That's
not
Did
what
you
I'm
about
know?
saying.
Did
That's
ego.
you?
what I'm
Okay,
saying. Just
okay,
not
Don't
about.
don't
okay,
make it an
okay.
ego
Hold on,
thing,
hold on,
bro.
hold on,
Because ain't
hold on.
No, no.
Here's
nobody
I
on
the
this
just
thing.
that's
panel
what. No,
more
you're
or
making
less
it an
than
ego
anybody.
thing. I'm
It's
not.
not
What I'm
exactly.
saying
It's
is
not an
this.
ego thing. What he's saying is, in essence, is that we all have different perspectives, right? And from
Right.
that
I
different
say,
perspective, we can express a different understanding.
yeah,
It ain't even
However,
just that either. Okay, for instance, right? Q,
mm,
you said you know how to draw. You make them paintings.
yes,
I don't know how to paint. So when it comes to painting, you're better than me at that, meaning like you have more experience. That's just
okay.
simply that. That's just facts. So
And a
these
talent,
brothers
a
have
gift.
more experience in this knowledge than you because you're still
No,
searching,
I'm
right?
not still searching shit, Infinite. I mean, you remind me of somebody else. I'm not still searching nothing, Ethereal. Listen what I
But you
just like
are because
wait,
you
wait, wait,
this,
wait, wait, wait,
you are
Ethereal. Wait,
still
wait,
we
wait.
you
all are
just
still
said you
searching.
are.
Look,
Wait, wait,
listen,
wait,
listen.
wait,
Listen what
wait,
I'm
wait, because
saying.
I can't clarify because I'm answering you, but I was trying to answer the other brother that I was talking to. I want to go back to what he said about we're nothing and everything at the same time. Life is an existence of constant knowing. We're all forever teachers. The greatest teacher in the world is still a student. So at the same time, I'm giving you my perspective of God, just like he's giving you his
Jump
perspective of
in.
God. We're all just giving our different perspectives of God. And there
No,
is no right or wrong
that's
necessarily to
cool.
that. Because even
I'm
though
saying
I
that's
say what I
fine.
say,
What?
I
No,
can't
no. That's what
necessarily
I
prove
mean.
it. I can't
Okay.
show you a paper showing God said this. I can't show you that. But at the same time, I can give you what I've witnessed with my ego and my eyes and what I perceive, and I can just give you that to my best of knowledge. And if you resonate with that, cool. If not, then okay, cool.
Okay,
No,
so I
but
have a
this what I.
question.
But this also
Wait,
what I
wait, wait, wait.
mean,
Let's
Q.
walk it down because I'm not going to take away from your experiences if these are indeed your experiences. So here, I have a simple question. What was the first nebula that you created? Where can we as common human beings find that nebula and how did you create it?
I didn't say I created it. I said God created everything.
You said you were present with source, though. That assertion
You
states
said
that
that.
you
I never
under.
said that. That was you
You
saying that you
said
was
that,
present
bro.
with
You
source.
said I was there when everything was created. You said we all were there, and I'm reminding you that we were there. That's you verbatim.
You said that too, though. You concurred with that ideology.
No, I said that I have been to that space and thus I have a different understanding. Thus, I would never make said assertion, and your assertion was perturbing me because if you have ever been to that space, then you understand the reason why Source has no reason to explain itself as Source because of its magnitude. It exists in an omnipotence and an omnipresence. Thus, in its magnitude, it cannot leave its magnitude to prove its magnitude. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly. I'm completely with you. I'm totally with you. Everything you said was on
I
point.
mean, but bro, but at the same time though, this is the thing though. In order for people to understand that they are part of source, source does because if
That's the
everything
point.
is
That's the whole point
everything,
of the ego. At the
if
end of the
if
day, that's
every
what people. That's what this whole thing
wait, let me
is
finish. Q,
ego.
hold up,
All
let
right,
me
my bad.
Damn,
finish.
let him say what he's saying.
What I'm saying is if everything is everything, then that means that, like you said, there is no separation. So it ain't that source needs to explain itself, but in order for individuals to understand what source is, it does need to be explained by source. If it's coming, because everything comes from a source, which
No,
comes
the
from
explanation of sources in its creation.
Right, which means that because guess what? What does energy do? Energy through what? Through energy. So it's still being explained. So for you to understand what's going on in creation.
No,
So
we were talking about this. That's called conceptualization. Me, Heavy, and D was talking about this early. So, which means that again, source is not acknowledging and or explaining itself in its creation. It is simply the creation witnessing itself as created that acknowledges that there's a creator.
right, which means that yes, it may not be okay, so it may not say it's explaining itself, but regardless, it's still explaining something
No, it
because
just
it's
simply
up
proves and defines itself.
right,
Okay, so
which
so
is
wait,
so
I
for
want to walk it slow because crystallized visions points are the topic at hand right now. So
okay.
crystallized, you mentioned that you were there, and not only were you there, you went into great detail of how it was done. You said man created animals out of the ether.
Yes.
That's that goes beyond even something that science is theorizing or hypothesizing, right?
They
You said
kind of
no.
do.
Wait. I know. Just hear me out. You said
All
no.
right.
I know the exact way. I know the exact way it happened. It happened through us creating it out of the ethers, right? So you went back, um, at a minimum. At a minimum, you just leaped back over 300 million years.
Okay.
At a minimum, you leaped back 300 million years. So then you took it a step further and told us what was being done in the Garden of Eden,
Okay.
right? So you say man was even before the animals. So you leap back even further, right? You jump back even further, right? So now I'm saying, okay, I said, how do you know this? You said because I was there. I was present, right? You was
Okay.
present and you were there, right? Okay, so my question is a very simple question because you were there. I can't ask Haas anything about something that he wasn't there for and ask for these type of details that I'm asking you. So this is the reason why I'm asking you these details. Explain to me the process of God creating these stars, these nebulas. Like break it down. What was in his mind? Because you were there. You were there. You
Okay.
witnessed it. You saw it all. Just break that down to me.
And then when you done, Heavy, or when he's done, please read my last comment.
Hold on. Let's read it right quick. What you say? Just say it right quick.
Okay, so I said consciousness of the creator is creating to prove the magnitude of omnipotence and omnipresence. That's the only thing that is conscious to the creator.
The only thing that's not to the
Paint there
creator
can
is
do it.
what? The only thing that's present to
The
the
only
creator is
conscious
what?
is proof of omnipresence and omnipotence,
I get what
meaning
he's saying, but I
I
don't want to
can,
move the goalposts.
right.
I just want you to answer my question. Just break go walk me through that process.
Okay. This is how. Okay. Boom.
Just
Because this
just
goes
walk
back
me through
to
that.
this. The reason why I even brung that to the table was because the original when I first hopped on the live, we was talking about how can you prove that God exists. My argument or my statement to that was the fact that you can see how we as a collective have created things that only make sense because we as human beings are using it and it makes us comfortable. It makes our lives better and more progressively easy as generation to generation comes. So that is the ultimate mechanism of God. Without making it too confusing, just I want to make it simple so it's not too confusing or I'm not talking over nobody's head. To keep it simple is God exists and you can see God existing because your life is better than your grandfather's life and your father's life based off of his sacrifices and what he planted as a seed metaphysically and physically so that the future generations can live a easier and more abundant life. So if you take that all the way back to the beginning, that's what the original father did, or the original logic or thought mixed with the original emotion or creation or womb. That original womb space with our heavenly mother and the logic of our in the seed of our heavenly father, that's what was planted. That's how we are now living in this beautiful garden that is now created and now is a result of everything that happened in the past.
So are you saying that source is hermaphrodite or non-gendered?
It's yin and yang. It's both. You can't have one without the other. Just like you said, you can't have night without day. Everything is duality. Just like there's night and day, just like there's a sun and a moon, just like there's a man
Okay.
and a female,
So
everything
so
is
so now
duality.
let me slow walk you. This is a good one, Heavy. I'm glad he did that. Is it safe to say that gender is simply energy that can be explained in a energetic exchange or currency?
I feel like, yeah, I feel like you saying it real completed with a lot of words, but yeah,
Conflated? You mean complex? Complicated?
yeah,
Was that
you
complex and
just making
complicated
it,
in one word?
more complicated. But it's kind of like,
No. So listen. This is why I'm asking you these questions. Stop. Don't take what I say and then make another argument out of it, right? Because
I'm not.
we're
I'm
trying
just
to
trying
get
to
somewhere,
simplify what you're saying so I can respond to it and
right? So
make it something that people can actually use and understand. Because if you
you
use too
said
many
heavy.
words, people
Okay,
not gonna understand what you're saying.
listen. No. I'm actually using words that are succinct, absolute, and can be defined, right?
Oh, okay,
So
beautiful.
you said mother. You said heavenly mother and heavenly father. Mother and father are roles that exist in this reality that speak to parentage, right?
Okay,
Parentage is only in the case of production or reproduction, right?
okay.
These are all energies that are nominal to God and or source, right? Because as source, we can agree, and you just stated that source would be both of those energies in its existence. True or false?
Yeah, true.
Right. And so, if in essence, I can be man and woman in my existence as one existence or entity or being or whatever word we want to place as the presence of God, right? If I can be both, then I am neither. Is that true or false?
If I can be both, then I am neither.
If I am both, then I am neither.
If
Because
I
I am not limited to Heavenly Father, nor am I limited to Heavenly Mother. True or false?
Well, wait, because you just kind of talking now. Let's make it. Let's get the
No, I'm
point
not.
together.
I'm asking you
Wait. Calm
succinct
down,
questions.
calm down, so we can get to the point. We trying to understand. The whole point of this conversation is understanding. I don't want it to turn into arguments. We doing this for
It's not an
understanding.
argument.
I know, but
Exactly. I'm trying to slow
you
walk
sound
what you're
like you're in
saying.
your mothering energies. You're in your feminine energies a little bit, emotional energies. Emotion is just the feminine, right? So we using these things as tools. I'm a specialist at this because I do spiritual
You're
science.
making a whole nother argument, my
No,
guy.
I'm just trying to make sure that you don't get too. I want to make sure that the audience and me and Heavy can
Okay.
understand what your
If you
point.
need me to lower my tone for your
No,
for the sake
no.
of your
Just
understanding,
you keep the passion. I don't mind passion. I'm a savage. I just want to make sure that what's the. I want to make sure I'm understanding your point.
I'm asking very clear questions. The first
Okay.
question was, you said source is both Heavenly Mother and Heavenly Father. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. We agree that mother and father are only relevant to reproductive beings.
Not
Yes?
necessarily. Because mother and
Okay.
father is also metaphysical in the way I'm explaining it, because it's a metaphysical seed, which is the thought, which is what they talk about in the Bible. In the beginning was the word, and the word was God.
The
And
word is
then
not mother or father.
the word is logic that you have to think. So
Mother
that's a
and father
masculine
are
thing.
words. Mother and father are words that have definition.
Okay. I'm not using the white man's definition. I'm using my own
You
from
just
my knowledge.
you're
Okay.
contradicting yourself
Okay.
at
So
every turn,
wait,
bro.
Haas, I got it, Haas. What does mother mean to you
Mother is
in your the way
emotion.
you?
Mother is emotion, and the feminine aspect, the yin of yang. and father is
So
the yang of yin, is the two dualities. The father is
okay,
sun,
so
which is light. The mother is darkness, which is womb. These are
Thank
two.
you.
These
That's
are
what I was trying to get.
metaphysical things. These are
okay,
these are all metaphysical things. The
okay.
way I explain it.
So wait a minute. So father has no emotion behind it.
No, it's logic. Not saying that
Really?
the physical incarnation, because if you're in a physical body, if you're an actual man, it took a mother and a father to create you. So you have dual natures.
Huh. But you just said that mother and father are not relevant to
You just
reproductive
said
beings.
you
Nigga,
you
duh,
can't
they
use
are.
the
That's the dumb
no
argument.
no
Duh. Because we
Oh
both,
no
we
no. But this is what
all
I'm saying.
physical
You
beings
can't.
have mothers and fathers. What do you like? What is that
yeah, I mean,
argument?
you're on your own. I'm out of here.
Okay, so what I'm saying is this: you can't say you're talking
He
in
can't handle. He
metaphysical
can't
sense.
handle the truth, bro. He
No,
can't
no, no,
handle a real
because no,
intellectual
I can
conversation.
no, because it's not very intellectual. Because I'm going to explain why. You're saying that this thought goes beyond the physical thought. That this is a metaphysical thought. Mother and father is metaphysical.
Well,
Then
thought
you
itself
use it.
is metaphysical.
Wait, you have to
You
allow
can't
me.
see
Listen.
thought.
Wait, listen. When I'm
Okay.
speaking, notice I don't cut you off. Just
All right.
allow me to speak. Right? You said that it is not the white man's definition, as if they created the concept of mother and father, right? Because that concept existed before that even came about. But that's another story. So you're saying you're not going to use this definition that you deem to be the white man's understanding of mother and father. You said you had this metaphysical meaning of it, but then you go to the examples of things that they are describing. So I just want you to keep it in the realm where you are. You don't even got to go into this realm. Just go and keep it in this metaphysical realm. You're saying that mother means emotion,
Yes.
right? Now the problem that many people are going to have with that, right, is the fact that
That's how the
what
Masons
is an
wrote the
emotion?
book.
No, no, okay. What is an emotion to you?
Emotion is energy in motion. It's just the way.
Wait. So if it's just energy in motion, father doesn't put energy in motion.
Yes, but they use
Father is
each
an
other. They
example. It
use
isn't an
each other.
example
You
of
can't.
energy in motion.
You honestly, especially in this reality, you can't have one without the other. So I'm not. I'm like I said. I'm an omnist. I believe in oneness. I don't believe in separation.
I get that, but I get that. But you separated them. You can't. You believe in oneness. You don't believe in the oneness. What you are.
They're
What you
two separate. They're two. Okay, let
if
me
they're
see how I can explain
if
it.
they're separate, then you're not believing in oneness. What you're believing it, what you're speaking of is another word that's called unisence. That's different from all right. Unisence and oneness are two different things. You've described two separately distinct attributes that you have attributed it to these words, mother and father. You said that energy is energy. I mean, emotion is energy and motion. I asked you, so is the Father not energy in motion? Now you're saying that he is, but you made a distinction when you said that mother is the emotion. You said mother is emotion. That is an attribute that is
That's how
solely
you
for
read the
mother.
Bible. That's from my spiritual teacher. That's how he taught us how to read the Bible. And that's how where the Masons
But,
did it. That's how they
but
originally wrote
wait a
it.
minute. But here's what I'm saying. I haven't referred to the Bible one time, right? I'm not referring to the Bible at all. So once again, I want you to stay in the space of metaphysical, right? I
Okay.
won't even mention I won't mention the Bible one time. So what I'm referring to has nothing to do with the Bible. It's just from my observations and my understanding of what I've heard you say in this conversation thus far, right? You stated that mother is emotion. I asked you what emotion was. Emotions is energy and motion based off of your interpretation, based off of your metaphysical interpretation. So when we come back, because the live is about to end in 20 seconds, we're gonna come right back at that space. Guys, come back. We're coming right back in 60 seconds,
All
literally
right,
in
bet.
60 seconds. So, guys, come on back. If you're not following, I'll give you a chance to follow Crystallize. If you don't follow me, give you a chance to follow me. We're gonna get more people up on the panel as well too. So make sure you're following. We're gonna continue this conversation.
We getting into it. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, they not ready for this type of knowledge, bro. And like I
One
said,
thing
I ain't
about it,
necessarily. I
LeBron
gotta
James
get
is
a
going to
little more
recognize me
literate
at a.
and get better words so I can explain it to people
One thing
that
about
don't
it,
understand it. But it's
LeBron.
almost like some
One thing about
people.
it.
Why does they keep talking? People that's just not ready. They just not ready, bro. Like I can't force y'all to be ready for this type of information. Like real talk. That's why I don't even really get this deep with everybody. But this is fun.